All right, what's up? May 15th.
Yes.
Enjoy your paychecks, pay your bills. Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had a big development.
Oh, my goodness.
Switched car insurances.
Oh, wow.
Half price.
Nice.
Not bad at all.
Nice.
Not bad at all.
That's pretty good. I don't miss those days having car insurance.
And then the main company, the company I was with, when I said, yeah, I want, like, what's the call for today? I'm like, yeah, I want to cancel. They didn't even try to keep it.
Huh.
They're like, why are you leaving? I'm like, it's half price at the other place. And they're like, okay. They did a couple of things, like make sure they know about this and know about that. I was like, yeah, they do. And then never once quoted back a retaining offer.
They were done with you.
They didn't want that Bosco money.
Peace out. Yeah, I guess.
It
It was a lot of money. Not quite as big as the thing they have on your car that tracks you go over bridges and stuff like that.
No,
It was a
I've
pretty
heard you've had some problems with that, too.
pretty high price tag. So,
You pay a lot of money just to transport yourself places.
oh yeah.
How's that go? Has that been resolved with the tolls?
Oh well, we speak in code here, but
Oh, sorry.
no, that's another.
That's a hurdle.
I think
that
another
sells
year.
them.
Another year. Yeah, I signed a 2-year. Unlike my time at Barstool, I signed a 2-year deal with that company. I signed a 2-year deal with that company.
It's still in the works.
That's fine. That's good.
We're in arbitration still.
Yeah.
Is it their option?
Then there was a conversation last week. It's like, hey, we had a problem. Like I switched cards or something like that. They're like, hey, we had a problem with your payment. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, let me ask you a question. What happens if I just don't pay this month, and then can we renegotiate the payment plan? And they were like, no. If you drop out of a payment plan, you're done forever, and then you owe us the balance. So they got you.
I love that you were
They got you by the balls.
They got you by the fucking stones.
still trying to wiggle out of it.
No, we'll just lower. Yeah, I mean,
No, you
got a lot going
You
on.
just don't pay the extra fees.
yeah.
You
they
pay
do-
exactly the amount
Yeah,
of
yeah.
exactly amount of
Yeah,
payments you're supposed to
they
make.
yeah.
No extras, none of that. You pay what you.
I think that's
what
Jack
the
Max.
initial
I think that's Jack Max's favorite story.
It's unbelievable. I mean,
You know the
it's-
ins and outs of it?
Not really.
All right. Well,
First time you told me that story, I was it's one of my favorite stories.
yeah, it's a bad reason why the story occurred, obviously, but
I just can't imagine how it happens.
I mean, you know how it happened.
I know how it happens, but I can't imagine it happening for that long.
It's fucking what a ride.
years.
What a fucking ride. All right, I mean, we got to start with the Knicks. Knicks Celtics. Celtics dominate 127-102. Derek White unbelievable. Brown unbelievable. Pritchard unbelievable.
Cornette.
Yeah.
Fournette unbelievable.
Fournette changed the whole game.
Yeah, that third quarter was just a blitzing. Like, it was tied at the half and then just a blitzing in the third quarter.
We were talking how Missoula was playing them out of the series, and then all of a sudden he decided no more KP, and that changed everything.
That's been everything, yeah. So
And it's like, if they do that in Game 4, what happens?
I have a wild stat. So the Celtics won that game by 25. Porzingis was minus 12. That's hard to do.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is really hard to do.
very hard to
I mean, they blew us out in the second half. He didn't play the second half.
what's the
But
plus,
even that was, I
You
mean,
only played 12 minutes.
what's the plus minus on the series?
for him.
No, total
Oh,
point
just in
differential.
general. I mean, we lost by 25, like 20,
Yeah, Knicks plus.
and then we won by 1, 3, and like 8.
Yeah, so it's probably Boston by a bit, by like 10.
Boston by like
Oh, not 10.
45.
Minus like
Boston
10,
by like
35,
30,
40.
by like 30.
Oh, they won twice, right?
Jeez.
35.
I forgot they won twice.
35. Jesus Christ.
Porzingis
Well, we
is a
knew-
minus 10 in the series, by the way.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like
I thought it'd be
worse.
worse than
Do you
that.
think he even plays in Game 6?
He better not.
Is Cornette built enough to play like 30 minutes in a game?
That's my concern.
But no, do you play like Keita or something?
Yeah, that's the other.
Like how much worse could that guy be than Porzingis?
I'll say this though. Cornette played 25 minutes in that game yesterday. I thought he looked fine. So,
I mean, he played almost the whole second half.
He almost
didn't
like
look good.
gives off the look tired, but he plays well.
Yeah, I think he
No,
was
he
fine. I mean,
Cornette can look like he's exhausted out there, but he's still just
he
moving.
looks exhausted coming off the bench, right?
Yeah, he just like has resting exhausted.
he's also not like a
Jokic
he's
has that.
shape guy. Like he's not like some like big body
Right,
like
no.
lumbering off the bench. He's pretty fit.
Oh, I thought he was fantastic, and it just showed you why we actually can be competitive with rebounding, and it changed everything. I'm not saying that's. I think it gives us. My biggest issue with the series was the lack of rebounding from the Celtics, the lack of inside presence. Now that we actually have one again, it's like, all right, maybe we actually have a life here.
He I thought Thibodeau waited way too long to put Mitch in the third.
He killed him in the third quarter.
That was they blew us out in the third quarter, and that was the game.
It was tied at half.
He didn't come in until I think 3:30 left in the third quarter.
Deuce and Mitch, the waiting for them to sub them in the third, and then keeping Jalen out there to pick up his fifth.
Yeah.
All that happened in the third quarter. I thought Tibbs killed them.
Who do you think was?
Now, like there were other reasons why they lost, but
Yeah,
that was pretty much that swung the game.
Who do you think was the biggest deficiency for the Knicks? Cat or Bridges?
OG was pretty bad.
OG and McHale did nothing offensively.
Yeah, OG and McHale.
And Bridges had 5 early right away.
He had
and I was like, maybe it's another Bridges game.
He scored the first points of the game.
Yeah,
he started with a midi, and then he hit a 3, and then he did nothing basically.
I fired away on 20. He didn't even get close. I think he finished with 9.
Yeah, he did
7.
9. I never know what to think of this guy.
Yeah.
Like, you give up 5 first-round picks from him, you got 9 points. But then you think back, well, he also had some big plays in the series. So it's hard to get like a gauge on him.
OG was
1 of 12 on
Very
like
bad.
pretty good looks.
not existent.
OG just looked weird out there.
Oh, yeah, OG 1 of 12. Yeah, that's
It's tough to watch Bridges for me because it just always feels like he's like being pushed as he shoots. I know what you shoot on the move. It's just it seems like every shot he's moving. He's never set.
He gets to a spot. I think that's like his by design. He gets to a
Agreed,
spot.
but
Like,
it's frustrating
he
to
loves
watch.
a little like fade,
I'm
he
not-
loves a little
listen,
fadeaway midi.
Yeah, he's collecting millions of dollars in the NBA, and I'm playing fucking pickup. So like he clearly did things right, obviously, but it's just frustrating to watch when he's just always falling to the side. I'm like, just get set. Like,
Andrew Claudio tweeted a recurring thing that's going on is when Towns is just out there by himself, the unit gets killed. When he's paired with Mitch or when it's Mitch just out there without Towns, the Knicks have a positive plus-minus ratio. When it's Towns out there, it's -5 for the series. So it's like there's that starting unit. The Knicks starting unit is -5 for the series. But when Mitch is out there, they dominate. Mm-hmm. So it's like stop playing Towns.
I mean, you think, and
Mitch
you hope maybe he found the stroke last night. I mean, he's actually hitting free throws.
That's disheartening that they lose the game where Hart hits all those threes and Mitch doesn't miss from the line. You lose that game by 25.
Yeah,
you would think that's the game where
no one did anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, Jalen wasn't like great. I mean, obviously he was in foul trouble. He only had like 17. So what you can't like when a game where they're hot from 3, Brunson doesn't deliver, McHale and OG.
They showed fight, man. Credit to them. Credit to Boston, man. That was a team win for sure.
Jalen stepping up was huge. Jalen had a pretty terrible series up until last night, and he broke out. And that's the plan. That's the recipe for winning for the Celtics. Like if Jalen isn't good, then we're probably in a really bad spot because obviously we don't have Tatum anymore. But if Brown can play really well and we have an inside presence, like all right, like we got a fighter's chance here. And now we don't need to win 3 in a row anymore. Now we just got to win 2 in a row. Like it's still hard. We still got to go and be in New York, and that's not going to be easy. But that also showed me the team has some heart. Like I was a little worried we were just going to show up and be just corpses out there because everyone's sad Tatum's gone and just give up. But they had some fight.
No, I mean I definitely think they believe they can win. I mean I'm not shocked that Brown took on I think there's been this documented kind of like power struggle. I think he would he's someone who I think would very happily take on that challenge of I'm the guy tonight. Like let me take all these shots. Let me, and he was great.
People forget
Horford
Brown came before Tatum. The Celtics drafted Brown a year before Tatum.
Yeah.
So he is a little bit like the older brother that has been kind of been one-upped by the younger brother a little bit. Now he gets his own room again.
He definitely took the challenge. Like I said, White was great. I mean, Horford was good, I thought, too. They knocked down shots. They all knocked down shots.
They played really well with their season on the line. You have to tip their cap. And honestly, I'd rather say, I'd rather be blown out by 25 in that game last night than lose by 3 and have to think about, if this play went our way.
Yeah. Then you win a series on that play.
Right. I'm like, that's the same way I felt the game 3. It's I'd rather just get blown out. Don't, break my heart like that.
After thinking about it, after game 3, I'd rather have lost close because it would have shown me, a little bit, okay, we can still beat these guys, despite, them not missing every single shot. I didn't love being blown out in game 3. Now, obviously, they answered the bell in game 4, so there goes that.
I think they'll answer the bell again.
I do too. I think
you guys are not nervous at all.
Really?
No. Oh, for sure.
I'm super nervous. This is going 7.
Dude, for sure nervous, but I'm confident in the team that they rally and come out better in game 6.
I want to revisit Marty's point. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but Marty made the point the Knicks match up pretty well with the Celtics. I want to make sure I navigate this correctly. We are up 3-2, stole 2 in improbable comebacks, and then definitely legitimately won game 4.
Correct.
Of those comeback situations, I think we probably come back in 4 or 5 out of 100. We just happened to get the first 2. Then got trounced in game 3 and trounced in game 5. Like, again, it's hard to say because the Knicks are up 3-2 and have a potential closeout game at home where they could deliver. But, like, I think that in this series, it's weird. We're up 3-2. The Celtics are still like a class above, even without their best player.
I don't think anyone's
start to finish.
Anyone's really disputing that, but like, just win the series. I don't give a fuck if they're
No,
a class above or if they're the better
We're a
team.
class above.
Yeah, I think that's a class above without Tatum. I think is a stretch.
I do too.
Oh no,
No, I'm saying they shut the lights out. Like they played a great.
No, I'm saying
like they
with
played
Tatum.
they played an A+ game yesterday. I'm saying
Knicks are still minus 275 favorites.
See, all right, that's what I don't understand.
That's a number that gives me some relief. I thought that number would be much lower.
Well, okay. So
because I mean, what's the line? Is it like
no,
2.5
one
for game 2.
2.5. Here's the thing. I don't want to tell people how to bet, but help me navigate this. Do you think, gun to head, that the Knicks can go into Boston and win Game 7?
They can. I
I
guess.
mean, we won 2 games.
I think that,
I think it's dumb to think they can't. They won literally
Yeah,
2.
all
with
right.
Tatum.
I think it's a tall task.
I'd feel good. I'd feel.
It's not something I welcome. I don't want to have them have
So
to do
when
that.
when
But
I
they
look,
won 2 games already in Boston with the better player in the lineup.
I look at this, the 2 lines here. Knicks to win the series minus 275. I would not be confident they could go in and win 7. And I know you get 2 chances at it, obviously, with this 275 line. But if you think the Knicks are going to win Game 6, they're 135 on the money line.
yeah.
So just take, like, I don't know.
Oh, I would
Again,
never advise laying minus
Right,
275
right.
in this situation.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
I
with
agree with what you're saying. Just take the Game 6 money.
I don't think there's a ton of people lining up around the block to take the 275.
I agree.
No,
But if you're looking at options there and you're like, well, I still think the Knicks are going to win the series and I'm really confident in that, I'd say take them 135.
Yeah,
Like, just
But I like that
all
Vegas
in on
is giving
6,
them a
'cause I-
275 number because it feels like they do have some confidence in the Knicks still.
Yeah, I'm
end
still
this no matter what,
I'm still
6 or 7.
I'm still confused by the. What do you think the line is going to be in 7 if it's out there?
When I'm not talking
Don't
about
wanna
7.
think about it.
I'm not talking
All
about
right, I'm just trying to find the price because it's only minus 135 in
It'll be-
6.
Probably what
It
you
would
saw
make
last
sense
night.
to me if it was minus 200 in Game 6. Then I'd be like, all right.
What was yesterday's line? 5?
Five.
Closed at 4.5 or something, right around there.
Yeah.
The Celtics were minus like 195 in the money.
I think it would be the same.
So it
the
would
same
be
as it was last night. Yeah, it'd be 4.5.
It would
5.
probably right around the same, if not a smidge lower, because you just Game 7, anything can happen. Do you
Huh?
like throw that out there?
Also, I gotta ask. You put a gun to your head. Who wins this series?
Celtics.
I mean, Bosco also said the Pistons are going to beat us too. So
I like this.
I
like
I'm
this.
very cautious. When I forget, we were arguing about it yesterday. I'm like, there's still a lot of series left. I mean, until it hits zeros and 4 wins to whatever, I'm always worried. Like Boston is really, really
You're
good.
up 3-2 though, and you're going home, and you still need Celtics.
They haven't closed out in 25 fucking years.
Yeah, but that win in Game
That's
4,
like-
the Game 4 win, I think gives that like helps ease that shit. I know obviously it wasn't a closeout game, but that was a massive win.
We got Knicks fans say not this.
Well,
wild.
Nick,
Yeah, and also like
and in
let's-
quotes.
sort of.
Whoa, what is that? What is that?
Oh.
I mean,
You ever worked for the team? You have a staff polo still at home?
no, but I want them to keep playing games.
So do I. I'm worried about the fucking Celtics.
No, I'm not saying I'm obviously worried about the Celtics.
Bro, I've never twice in my lifetime I got to see the Knicks in the finals. One was a Fugazi 99 season.
But I'm saying somebody in this room might have a little bit of relief if they lost the series.
Bullshit. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, dude.
I hope so. That's what I want.
That's, I guess
It's New York's team.
That's exactly what I want. I want it to keep rolling. I'm worried that it
nothing
might
more.
not, but I hope
New
it
York's
does.
team.
Yeah.
Keep it
I
rolling.
want to keep playing basketball. I want to play as long as
I
possible.
think Bosco's the Celtics fan.
No.
Which
I wanna play
appreciate.
basketball as long as I can.
Welcome, come. I would be happy to have
Not
you
a
aboard.
Celtics
You're,
fan.
you're welcome.
You're gonna be on an
Realistic.
island for Friday, right?
What's that?
You're gonna be on an island for Friday.
I am. Yeah, no Pat. I'm hopefully Vasoli can make it. I'll be all alone. That's all right. I'll take
Get
it.
Fasoli in there. He was there
I
for
love it. I
Game
love it.
4.
I think
you
him
want
and-
Bree
him
on
and-
your side?
Sure. I'll take any
I think
Celtics fans.
She's away.
Oh, she's with Pat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They're doing the thing in Nashville.
And if she wasn't away, I think she'd make plans to make sure
She would be next to Club.
Yeah.
Oh,
we were talking yesterday, guys.
Hold on.
Celtics fans can unite, Meek.
Dave just texted me. Greenie in for Friday.
Oh, great. There we go.
He was on TV. How about that?
Away.
Greeny was on TV.
I like Greeny a lot.
Unbelievable.
No, he has his own tab.
He should have. I know he
What
should
a
have.
clip.
I like Greeny a lot. He should have a. You should have a reserve.
That's fine. No, if I have to take it on by myself, that's
His
fine.
title. That happened after the show. Yeah, his title.
Title was
August, it
unbelievable.
was-
Yeah.
Dude, when that comes through the pipeline, you just like you take a step back and be like, man, that's the good
So
stuff.
how do you
I crippled you guys yesterday. I can do it again.
how do you think he is? That's why I kind of want him Friday.
That title, by the way, it's simple. Either the Celtics win tonight or their season and title defense is over.
Nailed it.
Oh, boom.
He's
Hello?
right. I mean,
Indefensible.
spot the line.
Find the mistake.
No, it's indefensible.
Yeah.
You can't get inside that. Yep.
How do you think he is watching games? Because he obviously gets the
I would assume he's a
he gets a tough. He's a great writer. He gets a tough rap of being like a vanilla ice cream. You think he's a lunatic watching games?
Yeah.
Lock the fucking room.
I would think so. Yeah. I mean,
You don't talk to him. When
I know.
someone who, especially someone who dedicated your like fandom just to not even basically just one team, not even
Right.
like one sport. That's a guy who's like just a nut. An
I
absolute
mean, his
nut.
last name literally has green in it. Like,
yeah, he changed his name for the Celtics.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how dedicated he is.
I love that he like
He had me on that one. He had me on that one.
he's like Carabas in a way, where like Jared would only his tunnel vision with the Red Sox. Like
Yeah.
if there's a war going on, he has no idea.
Yeah.
You know, it's like for Greeny, it's just that's just the Celtics for him.
There is something I appreciate about people like that.
Yeah.
Like they wake up every morning, they know their why.
Yeah.
It's the Boston Celtics. Period.
Yeah.
There's no confusion.
No.
There's no.
No, that's
he was.
it.
I'm sure for a very long time. Wake up, Celtics basketball. I can respect that.
I can too.
I can appreciate.
The happiest life
He's
is
all in.
It's a simple life, right?
He's all in.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier to just be dialed into the one team. Now it's harder because you live and
Oh, I agree, dude.
die with that. But like when you're spread out, yeah, it's like
Obviously, it's a May game, and Frank will tell you otherwise. But Friday, I wanted to just watch the Yankees and Mets on my couch, and whatever happens, the Soto stuff, who knows?
It's gonna be a cool
Great game, great atmosphere, and now I got to split my and obviously it's gonna be way more on the Knicks, but like the fact, like I have trouble multitasking in that sense.
I feel like we're kind of losing a Subway Series game in a way, which I know, whatever. But like, I look forward to them. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like no
Yeah,
problem.
right.
But I just there was a scenario where this could have ended last night, and I just enjoying that game on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'm sure there's a Wizards fan right now, like saying, "Fuck you guys! You guys are so lucky to be in the playoffs." I get
Sure,
it.
no, I get that.
yeah, I agree with that. The Subway Series is definitely something you want to be dialed in on. It's
Especially with Soto
Yeah, I
now,
think
the
you
whole
lose.
that
We just
whole
look forward to them all year. Like it's
Yeah.
just fun.
Do you know the trend that if the Mets win, the Knicks win? If the Mets lose, the Knicks lose?
no.
oh.
That's what's been like this
I've
series.
seen that a little bit. I saw like
I
a
mean,
graphic of
would
that.
you trade a Juan Soto 2-home run game for on a 9-1 Mets win for a Knicks game 6
Easily.
win?
Easily? Yeah.
And I,
Yeah.
You're hesitating that?
No, I said yeah.
I think everyone in this room would rather a playoff game.
Frank wouldn't.
Yeah, Friday's gonna.
Frank,
be,
yeah,
Frank was.
Well, I mean,
Friday's gonna be the sixth circle.
he's on a Knicks.
Frank was trying to say that he was locked in for the fourth quarter yesterday. I was like, the game was tight in the first half. Like that's
Yeah,
when
He was
the,
like, well, it's a
That's,
blowout. Like, well, every game on the TV is a fucking blowout.
I know you guys Yankee fans, and I get it, but like you guys should be rooting for a Mets win on Friday just for your own sanity.
Yeah.
Like take just so Frank is calmed down. Like like have like
I'm never gonna root for a Mets
You know what I'm saying
win.
though? Like
Rooting
if
for rain.
yeah, look,
Yeah.
If
Is
they're
there
up
rain in the
Yeah.
forecast?
they're up 12-0.
I would love oh my god, I would love a rain out.
It would make your lives a lot easier. The Mets are up 12-0 in the third. I'm just saying.
Oh, rain out would be the best thing.
Rain out-
I don't care. It's annoying when he yells in the middle of the. But
I agree. I kind of
you also at some point once you you check him and then he kind of just stops because you're like, guy, like what can you?
Although Friday could be.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's still there's
Just go to the game.
There's still a moment of like this is game
We should go to
6.
the
You
game.
should just go.
I think Dan did that once on a Sunday. He
did.
He was in the
He did.
middle of hell on a Sunday and said the Dolphins are playing at the Jets next Sunday and bought him tickets so that he.
I'll put my share in to get him to Yankee Stadium. If you guys all want to pitch in, I'll put in my 1/4.
Game time.
Yeah, game time.
Same time.
Game time, even better.
Dave was 1 point short of a
Tough.
20-1 or 21-1 parlay last night, and I was going through it.
Mac was
Mac was
like
really close.
almost at 120-1 parlay or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he needed
I think
one
one
more Jalen rebounds or
one
something.
Pritchard
And
point.
one Pritchard point and one Jalen rebound. Or
What
something.
did he have that made it so crazy? How
5
many-
legs.
It was like 5 or 6 like big plus money legs.
Oh, legs.
Because even Pritchard to score. I mean, he's
Well, so
his
that's
over-under was, like,
when I was
49.
scrolling through it, I was like in my head, you're watching, but you're like, I'm checking on Dave because you see him animated on the sideline, obviously, and I'm like, all right, that's good, and like I guess Pritchard's points, I just assumed it was
No,
over.
me too.
Because if you told me
he
Pritchard was
only
going to
hits
hit
threes.
5 fucking threes and not score 18 points,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's funny to watch him though. The game's out of hand, and he's still like just clapping and cheering because he clearly has this parlay
Yeah,
going.
I think he would have benefited being on the Celtics bench a little bit more.
They probably put him there by design.
How does Chalamet get that ticket?
I think he's just Chalamet.
Yeah, I mean his
But it's like,
I don't think he pays.
I don't know. Like
his agency is probably very involved.
I'm aware, but like at Madison Square Garden, you can't. It's only like they choose who sits there on Celebrity Row.
Right.
But I'm is
I
it
think
different
he's
in
got-
Boston
I
where
think
you
he-
can just get your way in there?
I think if
I think
the
so.
roles reversed and Timothy Chalamet was a Celtics fan, I think he would be.
I do not.
Yeah, I don't think the Knicks
Like
would.
Dave can't sit.
Yeah, no, they want to.
Dave's not Dave. Dave is Dave Portnoy. He's allegedly content.
Okay, so,
Timothy Chalamet
so
is
what do you want to do?
maybe the most famous.
And Affleck? I don't know.
No,
Wh- wh-
Chalamet's bigger than Affleck.
No, I'm saying
DiCaprio.
You're DiCaprio for Boston, but he's a Lakers fan.
No, I'm saying the equivalent. If DiCaprio wanted to sit,
I'm saying come up with a Boston celebrity who you.
oh,
Prosciutto
we don't have
Papi.
one. I don't think we have
okay.
one.
All right.
I mean, like it's Boston smaller. Like I just don't think we have.
Dave's honestly your guy.
Fucking
Dave's the guy.
Dave is. I mean, Dave is.
Dave is
Affleck, Damon, but like those guys are not Chalamet. Those guys are not.
No, I'm aware.
You know, like it's a different thing.
Yeah.
You think? Obviously, he's more.
Holy- does it
right
really
now,
count?
But like,
Oh God.
No.
Oh no.
I mean,
What
Mika,
could
When
this-
Meek screams,
Mika's like
Meek
legit.
just put his
concerned.
hands in his hair. He looks.
Mika's like real.
He looks
concerned.
terrified. He looks upset.
No,
On Twitter, I don't see.
Oh, this. I,
What?
I'm
Very
I'm
upset.
petrified.
I
right
am
now.
too.
Don't.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Is this real?
Get the fuck out.
Whoa.
Get the fuck out.
You
Whoa.
know about this?
Get the fuck out.
Could you have broken this?
No. I'm in the dark.
Wait.
Oh my
What?
god.
It's not on his.
Wait. Oh
I
no.
think it's a Photoshop.
That's so mean.
Meek's got a big smile on his face.
Why'd you
Oh, you-
randomly do that?
Because we were having a good show.
We having a good conversation. That was a crazy move.
Hobbs, welcome to the show, man.
Goodness.
That was what an insane move.
What? It's so
why,
random.
why would you break up a good conversation? For
Also,
that?
he's on our side. He's a Knicks fan. We got to be united. You are a mental terrorist.
Why would you do it then?
How long in advance was that planned?
Oh yeah.
Like right before the show, like 10 minutes.
What a
So
crazy
it was planned like
person.
35, 40 minutes ago.
For the record, there's now been 2 attempts at that. One during the tournament, one today. And neither one did I really like raise my eyebrows.
No.
I was kind of
You
like,
didn't- you
all
didn't-
right.
I had more reaction than you did.
Yeah. It's,
I think we all.
I mean, I just thought it was.
I just
John
don't.
Ross.
I
It
just
was the
don't
real- it
understand
was the real
why he
account.
would do that.
it's a very simple process for me. I take my stuff,
Yep.
put it on eBay, and then I go get new stuff.
What if he just didn't coach?
He'd coach somewhere.
And,
no,
and
but
there's-
I'm saying
then I
that, but
think we
that
do
I'm
like
saying
a
that sign. I'm thinking like, oh, something
Yeah.
bad's gonna come out.
That-
You know what I thought? Like obviously it's fake. But like I thought maybe he's going with the NBA or something.
I mean, you wouldn't resign effective immediately. That's like some,
Oh, that's like
Scandal.
that's like
in
some
jail.
That's
You're
like
right.
yeah, that's like
You're right.
you guys are
something
breaking
bad's
down a
coming out.
fucking fake story.
know.
I know, but I'm saying that's why I reacted the
I'm
way
more-
I did because
I'm
I was
much
like,
more-
That was a crazy
I'm
thing.
much more intrigued of like why Meek would do that.
I just felt like it was in the mood.
Unbelievable.
That'd be
Just
funny.
And you guys are
to
aligned.
sabotage our conversation
not real
about
Knicks
Celebrity
fan,
Row.
You guys are aligned with him.
Oh.
This is what.
Still rooting with us.
I mean, you're aligned with him as well.
Yeah, not right now though, thankfully.
I mean,
I mean, like that's unforgivable.
That was insane.
I,
What an insane move.
before I did,
My brain is rearranged now.
Yeah,
I texted a buddy, Kevin from Long Island, and he actually believed it and ran right to Twitter.
Well, yeah.
what you posted was
the at was real. It
Right,
wasn't like
yeah.
John Rothstein 25 or something.
What? What?
Why wouldn't I believe that if I'm not scrolling Twitter?
I don't know.
that's his real
I
handle.
would never have Rothstein Twitter notifications on. That would be one of the worst punishments ever.
Why do you get so much joy faking people out? What does that give you?
How did you get a fucking reply from a Bitcoin?
That's his real handle.
Oh, I just edited that.
Jesus.
I just don't. Why is that so much fun for you to fake people out?
It's very simple for
That
me.
was funny.
It's funny.
Trade my stuff, I go get new stuff. Very easy. Sean would be upset, but it's very simple. We find the new spot.
Go Hornets.
We're in the portal. Yeah.
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. Right.
You're really a Charlotte Hornets fan.
How much is the league pass? all in.
It's unreal.
It's very simple.
That might have been one of
Yeah, man.
that was one of the strangest.
Like we're having
things
trouble
in
getting
show,
back too.
I have no idea how to restart that.
Like that was
It's just
that
over.
was one of the strangest moments in show since I've been here, on this show.
All right, let's try and gather it back.
The last thing I was expecting was something about Nate Oats. I was thinking he was going to say like someone on the Knicks was.
I thought
Or a
someone was
Yankee
hurt.
injury or something.
Well,
Aaron Judge.
Then I'm worried about the Mets.
but his face was so concerned.
He was-
or we declared
I was
war
thinking
with
Knicks.
Russia. Yeah, I mean the whole
He wouldn't,
like
he wouldn't care about that. He wouldn't know. He doesn't know.
No, he doesn't care.
He doesn't know what that means.
Unbelievable. Should we talk Warriors or something? Shift the narrative a little?
Yeah, I didn't want to break up the conversation. We got Merle's coming on in 4 minutes. I didn't know if there's anything
I think
kind of
Chalamet,
tie back up with the Knicks.
Okay.
Chalamet got handed a ticket. I think.
Absolutely.
I don't think.
No, I know. I
And
think
his
it's
agency
I
or
think it's impressive
Jenner's
he got handed
agency
a
helped.
ticket.
They're probably the
Yeah, honestly, I chalk it up to maybe them. Their power.
I mean, he is the like I said. I just did LCB with Ken Jack, and we're like, all right, who is like the big young movie star now? Like, who is the Tom Cruise of the '80s? It's Chalamet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I
He's the it guy right
he
now.
could go to LA and get front.
It's gonna sound.
I'm aware. I just think I was just thinking rival Knicks.
I know, but
New York, Boston.
It's gonna sound weird. I actually think Boston would be okay with letting one guy sit like that because it puts like you're saying, if Chalamet is sitting courtside, that puts eyeballs. Obviously, the game is gonna have eyeballs as it is, but like when they scroll it and then there's a couple of moments or they get the react. Like I think Boston would be okay with putting one guy in that courtside if he's as big as Chalamet, if that makes sense.
It does.
I also don't think they want the theatrics of Spike.
Or
Like
Tracy.
Chalamet's pretty. He roots for the
He's
team.
reserved,
He
for
knows
sure.
what he's doing, but he's definitely reserved.
Yeah,
I think he also knew he's somebody you can go to and be like, "Listen, we're gonna throw you a bone. You're gonna sit courtside.
Yeah.
Just don't make us look like assholes. Root
Yep.
for your team. Don't make us look like assholes."
Yeah.
Spike
There's
would be
definitely
like,
an understanding there.
Yeah, Spike would be like, "Okay, I won't act like an asshole," and then act like an asshole.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Tracy
just the way-
Morgan's not getting that seat. It has to be a movie star.
agreed,
like
agreed.
A plus.
Right.
level.
100%.
Sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I also think there might have been a little bit trade off behind the scenes. Like, I know Kraft had courtside seats at the Garden too.
That's true.
Maybe it's like a little, like,
That's like an owners club, like a good old boys thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like owner, they like the.
Yeah, that's not a celebrity. That's,
like
a different level.
That's like the billionaire boys.
Get me a
club.
box when I want it.
Yeah,
That's the billionaire boys club.
Yeah.
So. All right. So you think it's going 6?
I think I would.
But you thought it was going 5.
No.
Okay. I don't know.
No. When we were talking yesterday, I was more aligned with Marty, where I was like, "This is not going to be difficult. This is not going to be hard. This not
gonna be
say the right word. It's not going to be easy." I say 6. I initially said 7, but obviously the Tatum stuff derails
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I'll say 6.
You think it's gonna be 7?
I right now I'm just kind of living in the moment. Like I thought the Celtics would win this in 5, so I'm already my predictions are already way off. But that was before Tatum got hurt. Now I don't know. I think the Cornette thing made me much happier. I was getting very frustrated last night. I think we have life, and if we can pull this off, the Celtics can win this series. It is one of the all-time great collapses, and that would be unbelievable. Like that'd be unbelievable to watch, and especially watch this with my friends and watch their faces crumble. Like that would be the ultimate. But that's a long way from there.
Is it wild that you could kind of say that both ways? Like if we win, it was 3-1 Tatum. It's still like you guys collapse. Like if we win games, really win game 6 or game 7.
It's not a collapse, more of a fumbling of a series.
Yeah.
Not a collapse.
I guess that's fair, but yeah, just say
It'd be if Boston was up 2-0 to start.
like a disaster. I mean,
Yeah, it would be an
you're a
all-time.
minus 900 favorite, and you like that's
And not only do you lose, but you lose your best player for next year.
You lose your
it's
best
a
player, but more
There's a
so.
lot of things that make it really,
it's a
really bad.
disaster.
You lose.
Absolutely.
You lose 2
It's
games.
a disaster off.
Yeah, 2 games in a row that you can't lose with 20-point leads in the fourth. Third or
No
fourth
argument
quarter,
here.
yeah. Also, on the flip side, if you do like the Celtics series is plus 225. Celtics in game 6 is plus 115.
Mm-hmm.
So then if you flip, the way you look at that, all right, granted they're a dog on the road, but if you think they can steal 6, you're then holding a 225 money line ticket in game 7 where they would be a big minus favorite.
Minus like 200.
So, yeah. Like
for sure.
I think if you like the Knicks, I think you take the Knicks money line in 6. If you like the Celtics, I think you take the 225.
I'd agree with that.
Correct.
That's pretty accurate
That's-
way of
that's-
the best way to go about it.
I agree.
Is how I would say.
And I'm not here today. I'm not here today.
You're not here today?
I am
Oh
here
my God.
today. My mind is not here. My mind has been here all week. I'm not here tomorrow. But I will be doing that. I will be Celtics series money line.
Yeah. What do you think it is? 6?
I'll be streaming tomorrow though.
Tomorrow's gonna be fucking bananas.
Won't be here for it.
Tomorrow's been crazy.
Yeah, I think the Knicks close out. I like the way they look I agree with Hubs. Like winning that game at home was huge. Because they really been so good on the road. They hadn't been great at home. Like
For years.
In the Detroit series, they went 3-0 on the road and 1-2 at home. And then through Game 3, they're 2-0 in Boston. They're 1-0. They're 0-1, and then they get the win in New York. No, I think they'll bounce back. Now you got to make adjustments to the Cornet thing. I think you have to play Mitch more. I'm hoping to God, like I said before, Mitch found something with the free throws.
See this Mitch stat? Where we got in 110 minutes, Mitchell Robinson has been on the floor in the series. The Knicks have outscored the Celtics by 26 points. In the 135 minutes, he has been on the bench. The Celtics have outscored the Knicks by 61 points.
Like he just has to play more. Like you just have to play more. Yep. Especially with Cornet, he has to play.
You cannot do what you did in the third quarter with him.
Yes, I just couldn't fathom why, especially after he made a few. Like I was like, why?
They were almost scared to foul him at one point. They were letting possessions go outside the 2 minutes.
It just made no sense to me sitting there watching them go on this run with Cornet, getting all these rebounds, and just kept Mitch on the bench for.
I said this during the stream. You think at any point in his career he's hit 6 free throws in a row?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
In a game, at least, let's say.
Probably not.
In a game, I would say probably never.
I doubt it. All right, we got him. Merles, what's up?
Merles.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I'll tell you what's not. I'll tell you what's not up, man. Vegas.
Oh no.
No, a day of mourning here.
I know. I thought they brought out the good luck charm, Rochelle Ryan, in the building. I thought the boys would be motivated, sitting close to the ice. Maybe that was the problem. A little distracted. You know what I mean?
They didn't look motivated at all the whole playoffs. Even the first series, they didn't seem to be having fun at all. And they looked old and slow and tired. And the Edmonton Oilers took care of them pretty easily without McDavid and Draisaitl really doing too much.
Yeah, I think it was a long con by Whitney. I'm like, who do you like? I think he looked at the semis. He picked a team that would give me a little bit of hope. And then he knew that the Oilers could win, so it was a happiness hedge. So I think it was a long con by Whitney. But
yeah, he put you on them to mush me and mush everybody.
But he's been good with his few. Like I can't complain. He got me one team to the cup. He got me another team to the semi. Like he's been really, really good with these futures. So I can't really complain.
Yeah. They had a good team. They just played terrible. Did you see the goal scoring? Their top 5 goal scorers, nobody had a goal. Barbashev, Orfiev, Eichel, Hurdle, none of them even scored in this series. So you're not going to win like that. They didn't even look like they're having fun. I've been on teams like that where they're sick of the coach and they just didn't even want to play. So
it's
moving
tough.
Moving on. At least we're not the Maple Leafs.
Oh man,
They got crushed last night.
Pummel. They lost by a touchdown.
Florida hit the over by themselves.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yep.
They were up 2-0 in that series.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were up 2-0, and then in Game 3 they were up 3-1.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I might have done. That's when I put the Marchand bet out, the 55-1.
Oh,
Yep.
Changed the whole series.
We were watching it in the cave, Merles, and every 5 minutes, they scored again. Florida scored again. Florida scored again. It was crazy.
How is Biz? How is Biz handling it?
No, I don't know. I think he's lost it completely. He's hanging out with Oldie. He's an
Oldie.
He thought he was going to be the good luck charm. There wasn't enough either.
Oh man.
So they're in a lot of trouble going down to Florida for Game 6.
Yeah.
Trouble.
All right, Carolina 3-1 against Washington. Dallas up 3-1 against Winnipeg. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, hold on.
Nate's going to the game.
Oh no, Winnipeg's
Nate
at
in the
home.
building.
All right, Winnipeg's a favorite. Carolina heavy favorite to close
Nate's
it
there?
out on the road.
Wow, they got the dog.
They
Dogs
got the
in
dog in the building
Gosh, that should change the line.
Yeah.
to extend it.
Eight boots on the ground.
All right, how we playing Carolina and who's putting one in the net?
Yeah, I want Washington. We can't have these series ending 4-1. We need more hockey. Washington's my heart pick, but I'm just going to take Protas to score a goal. He's plus 400. If Washington is going to win, he'll get one. He's the big body. He can find the way to the net. Like we're talking about Vegas, they couldn't get to the net. If you want to score in the playoffs, you got to go to the blue paint, got to go to the mixer, get a puck off a shin, and that's what Protas can do. He's a big guy. He'll get to the front of the net. So I'm hoping Washington wins, but I got Protas to score a goal, so they can win or lose, and he can still score.
All right, what about Dallas Winnipeg?
Dallas, Winnipeg. Yeah, Dallas looks like the favorite right now. They're finally got healthy. Their best defenseman, Heiskanen, he came back last game. He only played 14 minutes where he normally plays 28, but they're still dominating. But Winnipeg, they're the best team in the league. They won the President's Trophy. Their goalie, Hellebuck, he might win the MVP. He's 0-5 on the road, but at home he gets it done. So I like Winnipeg to extend the series for us at home. And when I came on here before with Velarde as an anytime goal scorer, plus 275, I'll take him again. He's the guy that goes to that front of the net. He's on the power play. So I'll ride the Jets. They got to extend the series. They got to give us more hockey. I don't trust Washington as much as I do the Jets.
Okay. All right, so Protas plus 400, Velarde plus 275, and probably playing Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, yeah, we'll take the Jets. It'll be I don't even know what's the exact odds on that.
I think they're minus like 120, 125.
I saw 125.
Yeah, I think it keeps moving around. Yeah, so it's pretty tight. But Winnipeg can get it done at home. They have the big whiteouts. If you're going to watch a game tonight, tune into that game. It's going to be a great experience.
Yeah, the Jets have to win. One of these Jets teams have to win something. So take that. All right, we should have Elio back tomorrow. So have a horse ready too.
Oh, all right.
All right. All right, man. Take it easy.
The action. I love it.
Yeah. All right, take it easy.
I'm Rose.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You don't pat yourselves on the back, but like I was like, let's take a shot at this. He's delivered.
Oh no, he's a good gambler.
Great.
And then if you started following him and you should turn notifications on for guys like that, but like you're sitting pretty on that fucking 63 unit night. Like that's it. He's good for fucking
crazy.
Good for a year.
We could exactly. He's good for a year.
I was DMing with him about like KHL a couple of years ago. Like he was just firing on KHL, and like I would give him tennis in exchange, and we would he's always got his ear to the ground.
Yeah, I remember during a March Madness stream, somebody was like, all right, I'm having a bad day. Give me a winner. And he had like a fucking KHL.
He knows everything that's going on.
He played in all those leagues. He knows them very, very
He knows how the ice
he played
feels.
them in a long time ago, I felt like.
But I think he's very just familiar with just like the scene in general.
Been plugged in for a long time too.
And I think those are tough. Like those things, the odds makers have less information on them. So
Correct.
He's like very like I think those are easier to beat than like the NFL. You know,
it's like lower level tennis shit. Like we're that kind of stuff.
You can find I think you're more likely to find like the odds makers' mistakes.
100%.
Sure.
They're gonna care more about the volume shit.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Quick recap. I think some of the big dogs are teeing off. Or Scotty. Oh, Scotty's only even.
Yeah. He's great.
But if you look at the top of this leaderboard,
it's early. A lot of guys haven't teed off.
Yeah.
Granted, but
DeChambeau, I think, hasn't even teed off.
You got to go.
Oberg has not. I have him.
You got to go down a little bit before I even recognize anybody. And those are like
Luke Donald winning, or did I dream that?
Yeah, I think he's at the top.
Yeah.
Jaeger 5 under, Smalley never heard of him 4 under, Fox, Donald, JT Potzan I know, Gerard. Hit a soon 3 under. Noran, Hogard, McIntyre, Keegan Bradley's 3 under. But I mean, you got to go down.
Fitzpatrick 2 under. Luke Donald was number 1 in the world. I'm pretty sure he's never won a major, but he was number 1 in the world at one point.
All right.
My little golf input.
Finau even.
Yeah, I took Oberg last night. Like 28-1 or something like that.
Yeah, I took a few this morning. I always try to take a couple. I took Aberg a little bit. I think I took.
I love him. His game's just so sad.
I think I took Hovland like 45-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
I took DeChambeau. That was the only one I knew. I took it was like 9-1.
Did Hovland tee off yet?
I don't think so.
Wow, Brooks is 4 over. The guy I want to.
Hovland has 147 tee.
What tournament
with Bryson?
What tournament did he make a run in where he got really, really close?
Hovland?
No. Fowler. Fowler's 2 over. I was just scrolling and it made me think of him.
Masters?
Ricky, poor, like.
Well, he won.
Poor Ricky.
He won the Players. I think he's coming like top like 2 or 3 in every major. I think, but he just hasn't won.
Yeah, brutal.
And now it's kind of like he hasn't been. He had a little ripper there. What was it, like a year or 2 ago? He got hot for a second.
Yeah, likable.
Yeah, it was a nice resurgence. It was like, where's this coming from?
He won the Players. That was obviously like a bit like the 5th major.
That'd be a good thing to watch over the weekend.
I enjoy, especially on Sunday. Like if none of my, that's why I take a few guys like early. If none of them are in the mix, I'll grab somebody on Sunday and just be like, let's go.
Yeah, you take a day of matchup, with a guy, and you just, that takes 3 hours out of the day.
And then Knicks and Celtics, if there is a Game 7, wouldn't play until Monday.
Monday. Thank God, because I got
That weekend.
a baptism to attend on Sunday. I don't need to be worrying about the Knicks on Sunday.
You're going to the.
I'm gonna try. I haven't bought tickets yet, but I'm gonna try to go Sunday night. Yankees. That's
Yeah, I'm going Saturday. I'm going to the game, day game.
Yeah, I've never been to a Sunday night baseball game.
Really? I went
want
last
to
year
go.
for
I
Yankees.
really want to go.
It's fun.
I went for Yankees Dodgers last year. When Grisham took Glasnow deep, that was something else. It was Soto didn't play. It was like when he was nursing that elbow thing.
Oh, wow, yeah. 'cause
And then
he played a lot.
they were chanting like we want Soto in the game because he was just. But obviously for such a big series, but they were like, no, why are we forcing this? And then Grisham ended up hitting the 3-run homer to like win the game. That was fun.
Minnesota 121, Golden State 110. I still think there's a lot of series left. Golden State. I'm not.
Curry doesn't count. They just
Right.
reset it.
Dude,
they-
Dude
yeah.
said it's going to be a long run. So,
So thoughts? Can Golden State come back?
Yeah, I think they can. I mean, they were right there. He gets
What I
hurt,
say.
they lose.
I think
mean,
they
they were
extend it.
they were 1-0 with them healthy in the series.
They
He
extend
gets
it
hurt, they
to
lose it.
Golden State in 9. Print the T-shirt.
All right.
Yeah,
Golden
there
State
you
in
go.
9.
Sure.
Credit to Randall, man. What a series.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
What a
Randall,
moment.
huge.
What a career moment for him. And to like really, be the silencer last night. He was so good the game before. He's really coming to his own. Vintage Randall, all NBA Randall has come out in full force here.
They obviously don't do it for the second round. I mean, he was the MVP this series more than Edwards.
For sure.
I agree.
Easily.
29 last
Edwards
night.
took games off.
Yeah, no, he has a few where he just does whatever. But then he has some, obviously, he goes nuts. But
Yeah, but Minnesota, Minnesota's a little bit of. Granted, they have a star in Edwards for sure, but when they're really clicking, like last night, it's the sum of the parts.
Absolutely.
yeah, no.
Randall,
a lot
29.
of talent.
McDaniels, 14. Again, like 6 guys in double digits. Gobert, 17. Connolly, 16. Devo, 13. Edwards, 22.
They're a true 8-deep team.
They have a nice
They have
little
eight.
roster.
They have 8 very good players.
Yes, for sure.
Very good to elite players. And the 2 teams awaiting them, that potentially they've played well. They
Yeah,
swept.
I think 2 and 2
they
against
swept.
OKC. 2 and
And
2
they
against
swept
OKC.
Denver. They've always given Jokic problems, and OKC last year, and they knock out OKC. No,
No,
I got
the
confused.
the Mavs did.
I got confused. But
They-
no,
they
2 and
beat-
2. They play well against OKC.
Yeah, that'll be a great series. They just match up well size wise too. They both play big.
They do.
I gotta say, I feel bad for our guy Matt. I know Matt is a big Warriors fan. Or he calls in. That's his name, right? Matt, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, and I know he was calling and saying, "Oh, the Warriors are going to be great," and they weren't, and that's okay. Maybe next year, Matt. I feel bad. I know if you're watching, if you're watching this, I know you call in. When they lost last night, I laughed and said your name out loud.
It sucks. It's a what if scenario now, right? Like,
Yes.
I think even if you're rooting against Curry, you want it. Maybe you're just cynical and you just wanted to get them out of here, but it would have been a decisive victory for you if Minnesota had beaten them with Curry healthy. I feel like. Whereas, like now,
I think it proves the point, but
no, I think it's the opposite.
But also, again, it's decisive.
a
After,
shock. You take that.
It would be a decisive victory after he lost like 7 in a row, and then he's like, "Oh, they lost."
No, this is. But see, you get so stuck on the wrong thing. So
No. I just
let me
state
explain
facts where
myself.
you were wrong, and then you were wrong, and then you were wrong, and then you got
you're
this
wrong.
one.
You were wrong a lot last year. Let me explain. Let me explain the facts here.
I've been wrong a lot now.
Okay. Well, actually, I don't know about that.
No, I would know about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Golden State's best player got hurt.
Okay. My whole point, and this is where you get kind of stuck in the weeds here, is it's a philosophy argument. It's my point is that they would be better off if they did X. You think they would be better off if they did Y. That's fine.
Correct.
You seem to think I'm very stupid for thinking one way when I don't think it's stupid at all. You could. I think you sometimes. I don't really understand how anyone could say it's stupid. And you can disagree. That's fine. But I don't think either one is necessarily like alarmingly stupid, to borrow a term from Dave.
I think it would have been stupid to trade Steph Curry this season.
Correct.
Even pre-Butler, whatever, all that you could say, all that. Like I think that would.
You think this is the result though that you would want if you're a Golden State fan?
But see,
But I think they have peace of mind that the trade was worth it.
Yeah, I just think
Transform that team.
It's
You have
not
hope
just
going.
the Jimmy trade. It's trading Curry so you get as. It's not just
You're
that.
not trading Curry. It's like trading Jeter. You're not trading Jeter.
But should you though?
Like, would you have traded Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili right before they won that title? Because they hadn't won a title for 6 years leading up to when they won 2013. That's 2014, right around there.
Right.
Yeah, 14.
Duncan was 37.
I think 13. They won it.
Like, would you have traded based on this mindset? You would have blown that up.
So based on this mindset, though, you wouldn't have traded Garnett and Pierce. and they wouldn't have Tatum and Brown right now.
Sure, there's two sides
see,
of it.
No. But my thing is,
Curry's also a.
You just always but you just always use that as like, see, like you could have that. Like that's not how it works. Like they got like the Nets were very stupid. The Celtics were very fortunate. They made a phenomenal trade. You just constantly go back to that as like, see, they should have did that. Like that's not how they work. Like one trade worked out like that, and you get two.
The Nets, I think deals have worked out. Like getting 5 first for, I think could.
Nothing's
work out.
happened yet.
Right.
We haven't seen the picks.
No, it's fair. The next.
Also, I think the Celtics, I don't know how many teams would have made that trade of a franchise as incompetent as the Nets.
I think there's
At that point,
there's
too,
always,
like-
all you need is it's that old line. All you need is one dumb owner. All you need is one. I mean, I think there's teams. Someone gave the Knicks. The Knicks gave 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. Like someone would give you a lion's share for Curry, who's still a great player, or a very good player.
I just think when you have a guy like that on your team who's done so much, and still has like a lot left in the tank. Like I think you run like we talked in the chat last night. Like Jimmy Butler has 2 years. I think Curry has 2 years left in this deal. Draymond has 2 years left in the deal. I think it's just very clear for them strategically, and I agree with it obviously, that they should just run out this last 2 years. Like you have basically 2 more runs. If things really went south after next year, you could pivot. Obviously,
You're right. You could.
But I think like
and then you have 2 expiring contracts.
Then you have,
Fair
you have
point.
expiring, and if things, like in that second year, if they just like they don't have it, then you swing them, and maybe you don't get as much capital as you could have got. You trade them right now, but I still think it's marginal compared to like my thing is you still take the swings. Like I don't think you get so. I think sometimes you and these like you get so like, oh, like they lost, like they should have just punted, where like they went for it, like it just didn't go their way. Like only one team can win the championship. Like they were very much competing for the championship. Like if, like I told you before the series, I like the Timberwolves. I bet the Timberwolves big. After I saw Game 1, I was concerned, and I think I got very fortunate that Steph Curry got hurt. Or I think the series is much different.
I went the other way. I mean, you're talking about how I'm wrong all the time. I went the other way. I bet at plus 320 that the Warriors wouldn't win another game that series, and it hit.
Good bet.
But I mean, yeah, he got hurt. Like Steph Curry got hurt.
But this was after he got hurt. Like it was
that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying that
like
once he was out, like they obviously like they didn't have it.
I mean,
they blew Game 3. They should have absolutely
Definitely should have.
No, sure, of course, yes, absolutely.
I don't know if Curry even comes back for Game 6. They might have just been throwing that out there, but
They just said that was like the earliest.
I don't know. Maybe they'll answer that. Now.
I'll put it this way: if they never
Game 3 they blew.
If they never get out of the second round these next 2 years, or second round or worse, then I think then this whole thing is a mistake. Now, if they go next year and they play gangbusters and they go to the Western Conference Finals and they are in that, especially in the West, is so deep where if you just get out of the finals, or just get to the finals, you could win a title. Then I'm wrong. But I think I don't think that's. I'm not concerned about that.
I just think it's worth. My point is, I guess, where I think we disagree really is. I think it's worth taking the swings.
Yeah.
Regardless of like the result, like because the Warriors are a good organization. Like I've referenced a bunch, like they built this team not off like trade. They built it off like drafting guys like not even in the top like 5 or 6. All their guys, Curry was like 8. I said yesterday. Thompson was like 11, 12. Draymond second round pick. Like they built it the right way.
When they've had the top pick, they've botched it actually.
Like I think they can do. I think
Wiseman,
they're good.
right?
They're a well-run organization that can hopefully do. Like obviously that's a magical team they put together, but like they can build a successful team again. And I think you're better off taking these last swings with like a top 10 all-time player that still has some good ball left in him, and Jimmy Butler who clearly shows some good ball left in him, over just punting it now.
Not like they struggled together. They immediately ripped off like what 20 of 20.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think that combo of guards
forward.
like they work together clearly.
And they have wiggle room now where I think Kuminga played himself into like another team is going to want his services, and they're going to move
He's a
on.
free agent.
And also, as what we joked about it,
Sign and trade for sign and trade. I think
we had the big
he's
joke
absolutely
with,
a sign and trade.
it's restricted
candidate.
free agent, right? So.
Yeah. So there's going to be something they can get back for Kuminga where like before the postseason, I don't know if that was going to happen.
The NBA is also 1-2 punches. You put together Curry and Butler, it's a pretty good 1-2 punch.
I don't know.
I have a question for you guys.
Is enough in the West.
I'd add a little more, but I'm saying.
Oh,
Curry and Butler is not a bad 1-2.
It's not a bad 1-2 punch.
It's not bad. No,
Pretty
it's not
good-
bad, but
pretty
it's
good
not
one.
bad enough.
They won a lot with it. Though.
Pretty good
they
one.
just-
Yeah, like,
I think they need to
that's
make some
like
tweaks.
with also with more like time to play with each other next year too.
They're also going to be a year older, and now Curry has a hamstring.
No, everyone
which
gets.
is likely to
We understand everyone gets older.
No, but
every year.
the difference
You know,
between-
we get that. Everyone gets older. I don't.
I know, but
we
Marty, the
can't-
difference between being 26, 27,
They said it when they
37,
when
38.
they won the championship. Everyone said, "Oh, they're getting older," and they won the
That was
championship.
That's
That's what I'm saying, though. He was old 4 seasons ago. He was. 30,
I know. So now, but now that's 4
I get
seasons
what you
older,
mean, but
Marty.
it's just-
that's
I
not a great
get it.
example anymore. As a while ago,
like
and they're
people
a lot
get
older.
hurt. I don't know. Like how we can't always have this thing because people always like Jason Tatum just got hurt. Things
I
happen.
know, but it's not just hurt. It's also decline in play. Like how many NBA
he hasn't
players
declined.
have? Oh, Marty.
He has declined, but he hasn't been.
He's still
a
an
top
elite-
10
he's still an elite-
player.
He's still an elite player.
But he
top 10
has
player.
declined though. And
He's still a top 10 player.
Yeah, so
that's fine. But,
No, but
but there is a decline. So
If you have a top 10 player, you should go for it.
yes,
he's the top player right now. If he's declining, what would he be in a year, 2 years from now? I don't know. You think he's how many NBA guys have been a top 10 player at 37, 38? There's not many.
But I think it's happening more now, and
it's
Steph
definitely
Curry,
happening more and more.
Steph Curry falls
More,
under the,
well, I
like,
wouldn't say
alien.
more and more, considering I can only name one. Maybe two. If you count three.
LeBron is it.
LeBron.
Vince
but,
Carter,
but
Kevin
no,
Vince Carter was not. No,
Kevin Willis.
Vince Carter proves my point.
I put Kevin
but
Willis up there.
You're making a bad
Kevin
argument.
Durant-
Durant, Kevin Durant is still playing at a high level.
I was going to say, how old's Durant?
It's like 36.
So
I think.
he's in
still
that
playing
list
at a
for
high
sure,
level.
right?
Steph Curry's still playing at a high level.
Absolutely.
Like I think that the game has changed where it's
Durant had a
also, like,
major injury to come
especially
back from.
Steph Curry is not like getting. He's not getting banged up a lot. He's doing a lot of threes. He could like also change his game.
I mean, you
a
say
little
that, but
bit,
then
too.
he had three injuries just in these like last few weeks here with the thumb and the
thumb
pelvis,
didn't even-
the pelvis thing.
the thumb
The
didn't affect him.
tailbone pelvis
Tailbone
thing was
and then with them he was like clutching, and now you have the hamstring. Like he was banged up. That's just not true.
Clemmer, if you were the Warriors, would you rather blow it up or do this trade?
So here's my thing about trying to get Giannis. The only problem is then 2 years from now, whether Curry is older or his contract's up, now you're stuck Giannis with the
Hold
shitty
on,
roster
hold
again.
on, Phil. Wait, give me that
I
again.
only see one half the trade anyway.
Because I also don't
No,
think
you see both.
You see both.
okay.
I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What don't you see?
I don't know what I'm
Cannot.
It's Jimmy Butler pods and a bunch of picks. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Giannis.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was only get
They're
half of it. I'm
pick
sorry. I'm
swaps
sorry.
because
Or
it's
pick
got
swaps.
the
Sorry,
rules.
pick swaps. And
You
if you
can't. Yeah.
couple
So you
picks.
can't trade picks in back-to-back years.
So you do a pick swap,
Yes.
What's the Kaminga part of this?
sign and trade,
picks.
Got it.
That's never gonna
which I'm
happen.
sure like Milwaukee would like.
No,
to
I don't
do
think that'll
that.
happen. I think he's just.
That would be horrible for
He's just in
Jimmy.
the
Imagine
lab.
poor Jimmy gets stuck on Milwaukee.
Well, then, but Milwaukee can flip Jimmy for more picks.
That's true.
It's true. It's true.
All right, I know I missed it. Sorry. It's shooting
Yeah, I have a.
video, but
Oh,
you
okay. I had a
guys-
question because
Me?
I saw you. Yeah,
You missed.
I know that
you
face.
Missed an all-time moment.
I thought you had a.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you had a really bad morning.
Oh no.
You missed an all-time.
You missed an all-time moment.
What happened?
It's hard to describe.
Yeah, it
Hey,
was one of
pretty
the
brutal.
one of the craziest things ever done on the show, probably.
Not by us.
Oh. Well,
Not that crazy.
Maybe guy behind the glass.
Meek?
About 20,
You guys are all on the same page, which is never a thing.
23 minutes into a good Knicks Celtics.
We're in a nice conversation.
yeah, like not arguing, like,
flowing.
talking. Yeah.
Photoshopped a college basketball.
Well, no. First of all, he screams, "Oh my God!
Is this account real?
Is this account real?"
And he has his hands in his
And
hair.
he's like this. And that could
Had
be-
real concern. I'm thinking just like Brunson like broke his leg on the.
crazy,
and
yeah.
walking
I'm thinking like someone needs Tommy John on the Mets.
yeah, I'm thinking Aaron Judge stuff.
Yeah.
Did he pull
So
up
then-
what he did?
And he pulls up the. Oh yeah. Do you want to just pull it up?
I already got rid of
Meek,
it.
pull it up.
Got rid of it.
No,
rid
no,
of it already?
no, he didn't get rid of it. That's a lie.
No, I did get rid of it because
You got rid of. What do you mean you got rid of it?
You can always
well,
bring
when
it
you
back.
when you update the page, it goes away.
Yeah, he's only got so much.
what did he do?
He
storage
posted
in
a
his troll
tweet
account.
from John Rothstein, a real John Rothstein account that said Nate Oats is resigning from Alabama.
Effective immediately, like
Effective
resign.
Middle of the
immediately.
Celtics.
When, like, a
in the
good
middle of like
conversation.
Knicks. Yeah, just,
And it was just
Interrupted us,
Photoshop.
Theo. Oh my God, this account.
And then-
interrupted us.
And like as if like any of us are on Twitter while we're doing the show to know that that's a fake tweet.
There was also no panic, so it was like,
So you were like, that's obviously fake.
well, yeah.
I
so
panicked.
here's
I
the
was.
thing.
I,
All
me,
right.
Evan and
I panicked. I was like,
I
it
was
was
like-
his real account. He was a Photoshop.
Bosco didn't believe it for a second.
It wasn't like at John Rothstein 3540. It was just at John Rothstein. It's
again,
on
He
Twitter.
just did himself.
Did himself.
It was written the way John Rothstein would write it too, 100%.
But like,
When did you expect?
why?
And he
Honestly, I don't hate it as much as you guys hate.
no,
it.
and his acting behind the glass was good.
Well, his confidence, he's walking like he's got 4 dicks.
Yeah.
He's got
Wow.
his balls are down to the floor.
I tell you about the guy.
Don't ask him to drive anywhere there, as Rowan found out.
I tell you.
Don't ask him that. Don't ask him that.
You guys hate each other right now, right?
No, it's not hate. It's just
Why
like
are you dressed like a blueberry today? What's going on?
it's laundry day at the clubhouse. Okay, I've been out straight doing.
Why are you dressed like
Some of us are at work all the time.
I
you
know,
I don't have a fancy tan, so I haven't had time to do laundry. Okay.
I tell you about the guy with 5 dicks.
Who's that?
His pants fit like a glove.
I like that
So
one.
how's the state of the Knicks fans?
I think it's Celtics in 7.
We've known that. We've known.
And that's just
You 3-1. You just don't think the Knicks are good. I know you don't
not
think.
true.
No, you don't think.
just
The
think
No, we all know you hate the Knicks. You hate the Knicks.
That's what I've been trying to
true.
say.
I think we all.
They
I
let
think
you
both of
down.
them agree.
They let you down.
I agree too. I think
They didn't let anyone down yet.
But see, this is where even the Knicks.
They were honestly they're playing really well.
I even saw like Pat Bev said this, like, oh, like the most like Knicks would be losing 3-1, but it's like
it would be so great.
it like won it in the sense of like we never really been here to choke anything.
Oh, Ev, like you guys.
Not since like '94.
But he's saying that-
up 3-2.
But he's
going
saying that,
to Houston.
I get it in '94.
but he's saying that in a frame of like just misery, not collapsing or choking.
Sure, but I'm saying like I've been here so little. Like we have, like you said, besides '94. I prefaced it.
No,
I
both could be
jumped
true.
on.
He's right. We haven't been in a position to choke.
I literally prefaced
The
it. So like
Knicks-
'94, I was like, I just fucking said that.
The Knicks do let you down. Both could be
That's
true.
the point.
That's more what he's saying.
It's more they just never like. They usually don't get you even up.
There's no
They let you
chance. There
down.
hasn't been a chance to let you down.
That's
You've
what
just
I'm
been
saying,
let
like,
down at game
in my life, we haven't really had
Past
much of it.
5 years
that
of the
Pacers
Giants.
series. That's just about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was and like we
Fucking
saw, the
right,
writing was on the
never.
wall with the injuries. Like we didn't even get to really
It's like the Giants right now. Game 1, you're already let down. Like you're not like it's they obviously they've won more recent than the Knicks. It's just more like you're already expected them. That the Knicks.
that was my point. Like
Yeah.
we haven't really been up to get let
But
down.
like yesterday, Jalen Brown was unbelievable. This is just my.
They all
notes. I know
were.
You guys talked about
Pritchard
it, but
was
like
unbelievable. Yeah.
Pritchard was not good actually. He was.
He had a few
sucked.
threes late. I would agree with that.
He
wasn't the reason
Only
they
reason
won.
I'm saying I'm not even being a dick is just because I bet him to have 18 plus points and he had 17 and
Dave
he
got fucked
he
up.
had
He hit a lot of threes.
He was
The
not.
end.
He was not as deadly
end.
as he was in Game 4.
he didn't he was no impact in the beginning of the game. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. But like Cornette played great. Like how did it go? Porzingis sat and they played well.
Yeah.
And also the funny thing is like Mitch played really well for the Knicks.
Has only played well.
I know, but like he hit his free throws too. Like that went out the window, which was when I was like, it was like I was climbing for like a Make-A-Wish kid when he hit the two free throws. I was like, oh my god, yes.
I said here, do you think at any point in his life he's hit 6 free throws in a row?
Never, ever in his life, no. And you know that because he had to post on Instagram that he wasn't worried about the free throws. So what's the series price at right now?
Knicks 275.
Knicks 275.
Celtics plus 220.
But the Knicks are
Why are
only.
you so like you really think the Celtics are gonna win?
He does.
Oh yeah, he said so.
I know you do. I'm wondering why. So do you two Hubs and if you lose this game, do you think it's over?
No.
No, I don't think it's
No?
over.
Okay.
No, we
Because
won
they've
2 in
won
Boston
2 games
already.
in Boston already.
No, I know. I think it's over. I think this is it.
Tall task.
But you gotta win.
I called yesterday to a T. That's all I gotta say. To a T.
Let's
That
also
blew
remember
'em
this.
out. I said
this-
blowout.
This similar Celtics core lost a Game 7 at home to the shitty Heat a couple years ago.
Haven't they lost
100%.
multiple Game 7s?
I think the Knicks are gonna win the next
Oh,
game.
you can only lose one Game 7 in a series.
Oh, all right.
You don't like it.
Oh, he doesn't like the
He doesn't like
throwback.
it. He doesn't like it.
I got Bosco.
What, Meek? What were you saying now? So you don't like the Celtics because they've lost a few Game 7s?
No, I'm saying like they've also like wait. Traditionally, haven't like the home team like lost Game 7 more often the past few years? Like I'm starting to think like Denver lost Game 7 last year at
Sure,
home.
if you cherry pick
Houston lost
a
a Game
series
7.
of years, you would find a lot of things. I'm
No,
guessing
I
if you
mean-
look at overall, it might tell you a different story.
I'll have to look at the trends, but honestly, it doesn't really affect anything here.
No, I mean we have to win Game 6 first, right?
Yeah, if the Celtics lose Game 6, their
no
season's
Game
over.
7, right.
I don't think there's any debate about that.
No debate. But I have noticed though.
I will wait for Graney's headline.
That was
You guys had 0%
that
nervousness
Dave tweet
yesterday.
was unbelievable.
I feel like there's a little uptick in nervousness today.
It has to be.
How wouldn't there be, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say there was
Are
zero
you?
nervousness.
What's your level of like going to kill Clement yet? I don't know. I haven't watched full. I've watched some clips and
not
streams.
super high.
Meek's
I mean,
got to be high. You guys hate each other right now.
I obviously
I see the evil eyes of you come out when Meek talks.
I declared that I won the room yesterday. It's fine. I'll have to win it again.
Oh, you won the
I'll have
room.
to win it again tomorrow. It's fine.
You won the room.
I mean, they won the game.
It helps.
Does help.
I got Bosco on my side now. So
I mean, Bosco's just rooting.
Pat's
for the
not
Celtics.
on-
It's like let's just call it.
His room is out there.
Let's just call it what it is.
What are you talking about?
Absolutely.
I am worried about the fucking Knicks.
I think you want the Celtics to win.
You're welcome.
You want
I
the
will take
Pistons
you
to
on.
win.
There's only one person in here that was a former employee for the Knicks. Me.
Bosco.
I'm way more part of the staff than you.
Yeah, so they had to pay you to be on it. I mean, I pay to be a fan. You had to get paid.
That's a good point. Good counter.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't believe like Latrell Sprewell wasn't even like a trivia question
I know,
back in his
Phil.
day.
I know.
I will say,
It was banned.
Bosco, I took 3 golfers and I did take Morikawa as one.
I like that.
You start yet?
No, 115.
I think Kirk took Morikawa too. A
Yeah.
lot of people like Morikawa.
He says he never wins though.
He won PGAs.
Well,
right?
I think
That's,
Kirk does like top 10 or something, not to win. I think.
All right. Yeah, he usually does.
I took-
tens.
My guys are doing pretty good.
I just want to be alive on Saturday. Actually, screw that. I want to be alive at 6:00 tonight.
Oh,
I
Saturday.
can't have him. I can't. Yeah, but
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
I
right.
can't have him shoot 4 over.
No, that's
you just-
fair. That's
And then
fair.
I'm looking for somebody else.
You need him to at least be like even today. Just
No,
so,
you
like,
need
in
minus
the
one.
mix.
Minus
I
one.
don't know,
is
man. The
what you
lead
need.
is at 5. Yeah, I think you need 1 or
Things-
2.
things-
One is,
change
I bet
fast.
Fleetwood, and he finished at -1, and he's like 15th right now. I'm like, you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
There's some like
There's
Phil,
a ton of no names at the
Phil
top.
shot +8, I think.
Good. I like when the course.
Rory's +2.
Good.
Shoffley's +2
Too
through
bad because
15.
I had him in a matchup.
Brooks was +4.
Yeah, like there's some really bad scores. The guy's +11.
Scheffler's -1. We're in the mix.
Yeah, he knows exactly what
Just
he's
hang around and then attack on Saturday.
You bet
knows
Scheffler?
exactly what he's
Yeah.
I'm just done.
I took a couple. I took him.
Smart
I
to
went
bet.
chalk with him and DeChambeau a little bit.
I have
a guy-
Oberg plus 28-1.
I have Fleetwood. I have
was doing- he was-
Coward.
he was doing good.
He's stopped. He's finished at -1, which
Okay,
is fine.
it's fine.
And then I have some other guy who's
Oh, you took Keith Mitchell. I saw
110 to 1.
saw that.
Yeah.
I
That's
like to push back on something you said.
Okay.
A couple of things.
Okay.
One thing in particular, something you just said here. You said, "Oh, how close are you guys to killing Clemmer?" I'll say this: these men in this room, and even Meek, these are respectable men. I assume that should the Celtics win, which would take a big effort to have to win 2 games, they would stand up and applaud because to win a title without your best player, or not a title, even to win second round without your best player, is hard to do. And I know these guys are big sports fans, and they would respect that, and I'm sure they would give me a standing
If the
ovation.
purge was legal, it set you on fire.
Yeah, I stand by it.
Me and Bosco a standing ovation.
I think Game 7 should just be out in the hallway and it's a live fencing stream.
Fencing.
Fencing.
Why Mike in here?
You just poke. No, they just poke the shit out. Like with a big. You ever seen fencing, bro?
I know what it is. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a boxing match or something.
No, but these two, like we've already seen one bad boxing match on these airwaves.
I think I'm a little past my fighting age too.
Exactly.
But no, I'm sure these guys would be nothing but respectful, and I admire them for that. I know they'll be classy guys if that happens, which would take a miracle.
Imagine that.
Can we talk about this Caleb Williams thing real quick down the show? Did you see this? Meek, have you seen this yet?
No, what do you do?
I have not.
It's a book that is coming out with Seth Wickersham about how he nearly nuked the draft and like refused to play for the Bears and contemplated going to the United Football League because they were so against going to the Bears and they wanted to go to the Vikings and force a trade there basically.
Steve Young did that,
How
right?
do you let that come out? Now he's got to play for the Bears?
He weighed blowing up the entire
He
NFL
more
draft,
than play for the Bears.
consulting with lawyers to figure out a way around the league's collective bargaining agreement.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God.
And in the end, he said, "I can do it with the Bears," and that's all like that really matters. And he's on the Bears, but he
I don't know if that is all that matters.
I think you trade him.
I think
While
if
there's
he has
still
another bad
value.
year, that city turns on him.
I think you trade him while there's still
Trade
value.
him.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, you just draft him. No, that's to them. I'd be like, you're playing for this team.
Ray, listen to this.
I'm not going to send you to a better play. That's what he
He
wants.
better be good next year to start.
He's
So
not going to be that. He's fine.
let me read this real quick. Bears GM Ryan Poles stood firm, telling Williams, "We're drafting you no matter what." That left one option: to publicly attack the Bears and the city of Chicago, hoping that it would make the situation untenable,
kinda
similar to what
did.
Jack and John Elway had done with the Baltimore Colts in 1983.
Kind of did though, right? Like during that, it was a lot of slander coming out the Bears,
I
right?
don't feel like it was that bad.
I thought it was pretty bad. I thought it was like they were definitely taking, but it was all like, does he want to? I could be misremembering.
No. There was. I remember there was a thing where someone made a report saying he wanted like something crazy. They wanted like equity in the
Yeah, in the team.
Like,
yeah,
I think that was like far. Like that's like
that just can't
preposterous
also
request.
happen.
I mean, they would just say like literally suck our
Like
dicks.
Mahomes doesn't. Mahomes could get equity. He's not even allowed to do that. I don't think it's allowed.
The Chiefs.
It's very
Chiefs would
hard.
Never give. Or
Some-
I would say never. Not now. Give Mahomes equity.
In some leagues, I think in Major League Baseball, and I know NBA, if you own even a percentage of the team, you can't play. So like they have to rewrite the entire, not only the CBA but the entire league rules.
Yeah.
It would be. I think one day, I think very soon, you will see players get equity. It won't be Caleb Williams.
Really?
I think it's crazy that Brady can own part of the Raiders and announce.
That is crazy.
That's
That's a whole different.
It's crazy.
And he's not even playing. Like, but owning an announcer.
He's an MVP vote.
He keeps saying that like he kept saying like he doesn't have much say in the Raiders, but like they drafted the guy that he said
He's
who's the quarterback they drafted?
The Raiders?
Yeah, they drafted a quarterback from North Dakota State or something.
Cam Miller.
Yeah, like he was the one that suggested that, and I don't have much involvement.
It's like a seventh
just
rounder,
gave my
though.
suggestion.
Just
No,
a
of course,
quarterback.
because
That's all I
he's
touch.
Because he's all, but a quarterback in the 7th round, just like he was 6th, but like it's
I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
Can you imagine circumventing the salary cap because you gave someone equity? Like, there's so many ways.
it never will happen. I think.
Oh, I think it will happen. Not only
Really?
will it happen.
I don't think
it'll
active
happen
players
in
will.
one league. It'll happen in the next 10, 15 years. I think very soon.
I've told you to write this blog.
An active
I know.
player.
I want to write it. I want to write it right.
You think an active player?
I don't know about that.
Oh,
You mean like active player right now who's playing in the league?
no, I'm just saying.
No, it will be an active player. Be a free agent.
Really?
Yes.
that's just so.
It would be a free agent of like Otani perspective in like some sport 10 years from now, 15 years from now.
It's hard. I'll give you. This is one where I think it's hard to say like never. But the Billionaire Boys Club are so like I think
know.
they would.
Yeah.
That would be like it would be so rare in my head. It's hard to conceptualize.
Hard to conceive. And I'll say
that
this
really
though: once it
happening.
happens once, open the floodgates. That's how free.
Problem,
agency
you know who you need? Like that'd be like you need someone like almost like Dave, someone that doesn't really care, like to go against the grain a little.
You need like a
bit.
Mark Cuban. You need like a
Yes.
risky. No,
It doesn't give. It's so rich also that
What would
doesn't
happen with
care.
free
It's
agency?
like-
Or what about an old guy who's like, my time's coming.
One of those two.
soon.
You know how fun it would be to be like so old and own a team
Doesn't
and
matter.
just start doing
Crazy.
Dude, that's
trade
I mean, in a way.
trade Luka. You know, like
In a
let's
way,
just
that's
do
what
it.
Peter Seidler. In a way, that's what the Padres owner Peter Seidler did. Like
They're good.
right, but then he died, and then like
Now
but
they're-
they're still good.
But no,
Padres
he
are good.
made-
But their money is not great right now. But like he was going hard, knowing like I got a few years left here, max. Like we got to win for me.
Padres are in a fine spot right now.
They are, but if they started,
Not
if they
ownership.
started slow, they would have
No,
traded
honestly,
guys.
no, I'm saying the team they have right now. Is
I have
like-
major concerns about the fiscal future of that team.
of course. I'm just saying right
got the
now.
books.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, just because like you have a widow fighting brothers. That doesn't usually
Some
go.
of those
well.
people don't. One side wants to relocate, right? Which is crazy because like they have a great fan base.
Great and a great new stadium. Like there is all sorts. It's a mess. Anytime you see families squabbling and who own a team, I always get
One
nervous.
point next
Probably trying to
week-
get away from that horrible weather in San Diego.
Yeah.
And the most beautiful city in the country.
Out of there.
At one point next week, I want us all one segment: active MLB players that are definite Hall of Famers to you.
Okay.
I think there'll be a fun list to see who has. Don't tell
On
each other.
track or like if they stop,
No,
they
right
drop
now-
dead right
Well, the
now.
season
they would-
ended like the
No,
career ended
if-
like right now.
If you think you have to, it's just no rules. It's if you think they're
No
like,
rules. That's a
they're
good way to-
definitely a Hall of Famer.
Remember, if they die, they're automatically eligible.
Not always.
Well, if you die, you're
It
no
didn't happen with
longer.
Halliday, so
If you die, you're no longer ineligible to be like in the Hall of Fame.
He's doing the Pete Rose
Yeah,
thing.
that's
I thought you meant they waived the 5-year thing.
yeah.
Hobbs picks.
Way to he knows how to kill a conversation.
Really?
Well, it's relevant to the fucking
He's
conversation.
fucking-
It's not. They're active
Who is
players.
ineligible?
Hobbs picks.
I've got Russell Westbrook, 13 plus points, assists tonight, -110. I think he usually plays with the crowd, home. They got to win. I feel like he's gonna be an energy boost.
Veteran. Doesn't want to go home.
Veteran. He has not been playing well. He's not been shooting well.
Right.
But I don't know. I'll trust in him going nuts. And I am a big Ludwig Ober guy. Fuck, where was his matchup? I just had it. He was against Spieth, and I liked it. I'm gonna find it. But I like Oberg over Spieth today. I don't think they've teed off yet.
Clemmer.
A baseball play that already started is Marcelo Ozuna over 1 run. It's not looking good so far. Shocker. I'm on the Celtics winning the series +225. And I'm on the Thunder tonight -4.5, but I do it nervously. Like Denver is capable. I think Denver's been disrespected in this series, but 4.5 and OKC's talent is enough for me to take them. But I do it with nervous fingers.
I found it. -140 over Spieth today.
I got one that has never been bet on this show before.
Ooh.
Texas, Houston, over 1.5 double plays turned +130.
Dude, you can bet that.
Wow.
Texas.
I was wondering that.
One,
Why-
over
why-
one and a half?
Rangers, Astros.
What makes you like it?
Rangers, Astros.
Oh, that was-
what?
Are there like ground
We're
ball
talking about
pitchers?
college baseball.
It's
Two really good pitchers. I mean, it's 1.5.
Hunter Brown and
Really good
DeGrom.
pitchers.
Double plays.
You know what my worry for that
Take
would
that.
be? Not enough base runners.
Yeah, I'll take my chance. +130. Double plays.
It's interesting.
I've never
You know
gone
what?
into a baseball game
You know,
rooting
it's
for double plays. I'll root for double
So funny
plays.
though. Like as I'm thinking about it, I like your pick. Seriously, that's a great.
Interesting.
I almost like don't even. I feel like I don't see double plays. I don't know why. Do you guys feel like that? I know they happen. I'm not.
I don't know.
My
like
fiance-
often, like
my
a
fiance,
lot?
we were going to a Yankee game. She goes, "Can we bet on a double?" She actually asked us the other, and it made me think. But I was like, I don't think we can.
I feel like I don't see a lot of double plays in
Well,
games.
there's less than there were before because there's more strikeouts than
I was
Yeah.
talking to an unnamed Met fan here. The Mets have hit into 637 double plays this
That's a
season.
lot.
They are tied for the second most double plays hit into.
Was that was the Mets game happening during the Mets?
Oh yeah, and
Knicks?
Friday's gonna be
Yeah,
Friday
no,
nothing.
CS
Subway
is on.
series.
4-0 Pirates.
I might just go full. I kind of want to
It's gonna
see
be Yankees Mets too.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna get checked. He's
I
gonna
think
have to
it's-
get checked. We can't be doing this game like I did. I was like Frank, like we gotta. It's
he also
it's
is
the,
like
it's the playoffs,
he's
man.
an
I gave him a
honorary.
tech.
He was a Nets fan, so it's like
Well, that's why I'm like
Who's more of a
like,
Knicks
you're-
fan,
Yeah,
Rico or Frank?
it's great. It's a great debate.
Very good debate.
Come on, bro.
One doesn't care. One wants the Celtics.
Shut up. Make your picks, Ed. Shut the fuck up.
Like I'm on the Astros. I like
Oh,
the
you're on my
Astros.
team.
Astros money line plus 115. I'm riding with Merles as well. The Jets are just like the best home team ever. It seems. I'm going with the Winnipeg Jets. I'm going to be on the Thunder as well. I've seen a lot of good trends. I think they've kind of found something in these fourth quarters. On the road now, shorter line. They don't have to win by 10, 11. They're gonna win by 5. I'll take
What's that series? 3-2.
Yeah, 3. They close out.
Yeah, I hope it
it's a
goes
bet
7.
they
I hope it
close
goes
out.
7. I hope it goes 7.
It's tough because it's hard to like keep betting against Jokic, like getting points. Obviously, he's incredible, but
at home too.
yeah, at home as well. But
I'm going Nuggets plus 4.5, and I like both your guys' logic. I think this is no one knows, but I'm also going with the over. I got 216.5. It's 217.5.
Anyone know if Foster's on Game 6?
We won't know until tomorrow morning what the refs are.
Okay.
I also have the Athletics plus 175 tonight against the Dodgers. They already beat them once.
And
Phil-
the Dodgers starting a weird pitcher too, right?
Sour?
Yep.
Sour,
Yeah.
I have a
Sour.
stat on double plays turned. Texas Rangers have turned the 6th most double plays in baseball so far this year. The Houston Astros have turned the 26th most.
How many is 6th most? Is it say?
92.
And how many games?
Well,
Well, that's
what are
I-
we, like
I know-
40 games in?
Yeah, like 45-ish, 48.
So that's-
yeah.
2 a game?
Well, two a
I'll
game.
take my chances.
And that's
The
just one
Astros have
team.
turned 59.
Because you haven't
Yeah,
combined.
I'll take my
right?
Yeah,
chances.
but the other team is so
Yeah.
it's both in the game, just 2 double plays.
2 double plays.
Up until this, you will not guess what team has turned the most double plays so far this season.
A
The
Marlins.
Reds.
The Rockies, they have a
Marlins.
lot of innings. They got a lot. They're in the field a lot
White Sox.
for a long time.
Think of a team that's allowed a lot of base runners.
The Rockies.
Nah, the Rockies are not on here. They're 8th.
Orioles.
I don't see them anywhere.
All right,
The
who
9th.
is it?
They're losing
Oh my
again, by the
God,
way.
they're so.
They're losing again.
I'll just give you a
Orioles
team.
fans don't even respond to my trolls anymore because I'm so right.
They're,
Who is it, Phil?
They're dead.
The Angels have turned the most double plays in baseball.
Wow.
Because they allow base runners every
Neato.
fucking inning.
Actually, I'm starting to like Bosco's bet more. Just the Astros based on that 2.19 double plays a game, just them, and you need.
You know, today, unfortunately, it's going to be 0, right?
It's going to be dueling perfect games going.
Yeah, it's
into
going to
the
be
ninth
like
inning.
it's.
100%.
No base runners, not one.
Phil, what's your pick?
It's a good bet, Rico.
Aaron Gordon over 16.5 points, minus 105. He had 13 the last time I took it. I just like Aaron Gordon. It feels like he just comes alive at home.
All right.
And wait, I have one more thing to show.
Oh, here we go.
No,
Riders up.
First off,
not your best. Not your best. Joe.
Joey Gallo.
he would never do that. Nor would I allow that.
Bosco, I'm riding with you on that.
Speaking of riders up, we should have Elio tomorrow. Horses.
Couple plays.
Horse.
Wedding.
Horse.